together. He spent the whole day with his arm practically around his friend. I don't think that's his friend.
We all got internet personas.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me. Hi everyone. So this is like my first video I've filmed in like forever. So I'm kind of nervous. But today I'm here. I like those. So do you guys know those TikTok videos where it's like, am I the asshole for da 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 da? Well, I've been obsessed with reading those, and I was like, oh my god, wait, that would be kind of a fun video, you know? Slay. So I want to do that, you know? Like, that'd be so cool. These dogs are hoes. Hold on.
Cause I don't care.
Yeah, immediately no. Immediately no.
Anyways, okay. But I've been obsessed with reading those, so today I'm gonna be reading some to y'all, you know, putting my input, seeing if they are the asshole. And yeah. I also like suck at reading, so sorry if I'm like suck at reading. But anyways, so yeah. So without further ado, thank you. Anyways, so without further ado, let's get started. Yes. Am I the asshole for telling my husband he should be ashamed of himself? Am I the asshole for telling my husband he should be ashamed of himself, and he would be incredibly lucky if his oldest daughter ever speaks to him again? Ooh, what did he do? What did he do? I married my husband 3 years ago. He was divorced and previously widowed. I don't know that word. He has 2 daughters, Anne, who is now 26 from his first marriage, and Amy, who is 17 from his second. My husband told me about his late wife, his ex-wife, and the issues he had as a blended family when he remarried. And Annie was not so bored with him remarrying, and the fact that this strain ended his second marriage. He was also honest to Annie, never forgave him for remarrying, and never wanted anything to do with Amy or him after she turned 18. What he did not tell me was the major role he played in all of this. I found this out 3 weeks ago and had a dinner with his extended family. The story, as I now know it, when Amy was around 5 years old, she took a special interest in a necklace that belonged to his late wife. The husband gave the necklace to Amy. Which upset Annie because all her mother's possessions were meant to go to her. Her husband told Annie that it was just one item and she needed to get over it because Amy was entitled to have something too. Oh my god. Lay down. If they're biting background, I'm sorry, but like, there's something I can do this on. My husband told her that it was a special gift to give to her sister, that she was being selfish. His ex-wife told her that her mother would want someone else as special as your sister to have a piece of her as well. Annie never got over it. She tried to take it from Annie and was punished. The last time she saw any of them, she was told to go to hell. Oh wait, no, she told them all, but still. Amy still has the necklace too. She has let it get into a bad way and talks about it as if her dad bought it for her. I was shocked. I still never expected my husband to be that way. He was very unapologetic about it and told me Annie would have to get over it someday. I told him he should be ashamed of himself and that he should have allowed Annie's mother's possessions to go to hers, to do with as she choose. That Amy did not give a crap about his late wife or the significance of those items, but Annie would have. I told him that he would be incredibly lucky if his daughter ever speaks to him again, and I do not blame her if she ever did. He was furious. I judged him. His family said I should take my husband's side over his daughter, who I don't even know, except for the nephew and niece who told the whole story, because they also think that what my husband did was a f***ed up thing. Am I the asshole? No. He gave Annie, who her mom died, to his other daughter, Amy, who her mom's still alive. He gave, like, what? Why would you do that? That's so selfish. Also, my Wi-Fi, like, literally sucks. Like, it sucks. It's being freaking rude. It's literally not working. Okay. Am I the asshole for wearing a white dress to my friend's wedding? I can't believe I'm using Reddit for another. Oh, I 20 female. My friend Charlotte, 21, when I first moved into my college dorm in August 2020. We got along well and shared ideas for how we wanted to divide space and keep things clean and organized, and had many similar interests. Within a month, we were studying and hanging out together, and I considered her a good friend. I also met her now husband, Josh, 22. They seemed like a cute and loving couple, and I was happy when they got engaged Christmas 2020, after 3.5 years together. Charlotte and I spent the last 18 months planning this wedding to the last detail. I won't say she's obsessive, but it's been intense. I tried to help her as best as I can with making appointments, managing stress, etc. I also gave her $250 to help pay for the wedding. Her family can only afford part of it, which isn't including the wedding gift I'm going to give her. A month before the wedding, I was still trying to decide what to wear. I wanted something nice because Charlotte said she would have a photographer, videographer, and wedding painter. Wedding painter? What the hell's a wedding painter? I knew Charlotte had a vision for her wedding, and I wanted her as in control as possible for all of the details on her special day. So I asked her which dress out of all the three I narrowed it down to that I should wear. She asked if I could pull out all of my dresses, so I did. She kept narrowing it down to one of my picks, along with the dress I had put firmly in the no pile for being white. It was a wedding after all. She told me both dresses were lovely, but that she prefers the white ones. I asked if she was sure, and she said yes, and even picked out a pair of pink and white heels from her closet that can go with my dress. I figured that was that. Fast forward to last week. I show up in the dress about a half hour before the ceremony. I get some weird looks, and no one says anything. In hindsight, this is when I should have realized something wasn't right. When Charlotte comes out of her dressing room for some last minute pictures, she looks shocked to see me. And then she starts turning red.
I'm so fucking angry!
She pulls me aside and starts going off me immediately about wearing the dress to her wedding. I'm stunned. I asked her what the problem is, because she picked the dress out, and she told me it was a friendship test, and that if we were real friends, then you wouldn't have worn a white dress for her or her shoes for the wedding. I started laughing because honestly I thought it was a joke, and she was screaming at me that I ruined her wedding and to get the fuck out. I thought I told her she was crazy and left, not wanting to fight anymore and not knowing how to deal with what happened. I grabbed my wedding gift to them on the way out. My phone has been flooding with texts, voicemails, and social media notifications from her family, and her friends about what an asshole I am. But honestly, no one's getting wrong. Am I really the asshole here? Or not the asshole, sorry. It's just like, why would you I understand, you know, the little friendship test, like, whenever you know someone's like gonna do it, because you're telling them, hey, you can do this, like, it's okay, you were like reassuring her so much, then of course you're gonna wear it. Like, bitch, I would do the same thing. Oh. No, you're not the asshole, because like, she picked the dress, she was playing mind games, she was being a hoe. Guys, sorry. Am I the asshole for making my stepson clean the whole house instead of going to a birthday party? I'm sorry if this post is too long. I really want to explain the situation. If any more info is needed, do ask. I, 39 male, have an 11-year-old daughter and a 12-year-old stepson. They get along well most of the time, but like most kids, they fight and annoy each other. My stepson developed the habit of going to my daughter's room and take things to his room that upset her, like a t-shirt, a favorite pen, a teddy bear, etc. I've told him to stop doing that repeatedly, told him that each time he does it, he will be punished. The first time after that, he took something, and he was on trash duty for a week. Next time he had to wash the car, next time he had to help me mow the lawn, which he hates, etc. He pretty much stopped upsetting my daughter after this. My wife said I am being too strict, but I told her his behavior is unacceptable and he has to be disciplined. That's good discipline. Like, you know? Like, if you're repeatedly doing something that's, like, not told, but, like, do not beat your kids. Do not, like... Like, no, don't beat your kids. Just, like that, do something like that. That's good discipline, you know? It's good. It teaches them, makes them do stuff they don't want to do, you know? It's good discipline, you know? Yesterday was my stepson's best friend's birthday party, and my stepson was really happy to go. Was very excited for him. A few days before this party, he entered my daughter's room and took her diary. When my daughter found out, she got very upset. Wait, people have diaries? Like, actually? Like, y'all actually write your feelings to a diary? Like, sometimes I'll, like, do it in, like, a note on my iPhone, but, like, a diary? Whatever. My wife suggested that we discipline our son by making him wash the dishes that night. I told her this became a big problem and just washing the dishes isn't nearly enough. We sat down with the kids and I explained to my stepson that what he is doing is taking my daughter's stuff without her consent, and that's not okay. My stepson said he just does it to annoy her. I said, yeah, I know, but he has to stop. He said she's annoyed him too, like how she always sits in the armchair he likes most. That was the example he gave. Girl, boy, shut up. And I said that I know that, and she is disciplined. I know they like each other and are happy to be siblings, but are just teasing each other. But this breach of consent. Oh, sorry. This breach of consent needs to stop, and he cannot enter her room uninvited, much less enter her room, take things. Stepson then yelled at me, saying that this is his house. My daughter and I moved in with my wife and stepson years ago, and he will enter the room whenever he wants. Oh, hell no!
This is totally unacceptable. I'm on my way.
Bitch, this is what you're gonna do. Hold on, this is what you're gonna do. Yes. That's what you gotta do. Oh, that's how you take care of it. That's how you take care of it. I'm kidding. Don't do that. I told him that's it. He isn't going to the party and will instead clean the house with me and my wife that day. He's obviously upset. My wife says that I was an asshole move for me, but I think that's the only way he will learn. Yeah. Boy, that is not your house. You are 12 years old. So who the you think you're talking to? Am I the asshole for yelling at my mom's husband in public? Background. My dad died when I was 7 years old. My mom remarried when I was 9. I'm now 16. My mom's husband, which is what I call him because I do not feel he deserves the title of stepdad or dad, came into my relationship with some clear jealousy. He told my mom to take down all the photos of my dad in our house, bringing up they felt like dad's house versus his, even though my mom and I had moved prior to their marriage after my dad died. So it was never my dad's house. He then made a big deal out of me having so many photos of my family in my parents' room. I told him I liked looking at them and I liked having good memories near. He said I could put photos of my dad away so he wasn't intruding on our family. I told him I didn't like him. I was 9. He isn't going to take my dad away from him. He kicked my grandparents, aka my dad's parents, out of our house when he was 10 because they brought me some childhood photos of my dad. He went crazy thinking he didn't want family photos of that man in his house. Get out. Get out of my house. Your house? Your house? Is it your house? Is it your house? Because I don't think so, Mama. From what I heard, the mother bought the house. That's her house. That's not your house. He told me to stop bringing up my dad. One time, Mom and I were talking about Dad on his birthday, and he said it was disrespectful. He wanted to feel like he was competing with a ghost. My mom ended the conversation, and she apologized to him, but I was pissed off at him more than anything. He was such an ass to friends of our family who knew my dad. Anytime someone commented that I was getting more like him, he would scowl at them and tell them, that is the last time this has happened. Ho. He would tell them to move the conversation along because talking about a dead man was uncomfortable for most people. He used a line once that he was the only dad I ever had, and then I told him that was not true. He was never going to be worthy of being my dad. Anyway, that was a lot of background, but not at all since I didn't have unlimited typing space. My mom's birthday was Saturday and her husband threw her party. Midway through, he gives me a gift. Inside was a photo of himself that he wanted me to put in my room in adoption papers. I tossed the adoption papers in the trash. He saw what I did, which led him to make a comment about not being able to toss away the truth. I got mad so fast. I told him to get over himself, that his jealousy and insecurity was not my problem, and I would never let him legally become my father, that I didn't want him married to my mom, who was a disgusting asshole. Everyone heard what I said. He's still furious. My mom was upset by his anger, and almost everyone left after I yelled. Am I the asshole? No! Men have such fragile masculinity. Like, they're just like, men are so fragile for no reason. Like, he's dead. He is dead, Mama. He's not gonna come steal your wife. He's not. Am I the asshole for telling my classmate to cover up their legs? So this sounds weird, but I'm in 8th grade and we're doing senior trips all of this week. Yesterday we went to the trampoline park, but this was a throwaway, so I won't say which one. But one of my classmates wore shorts, but she has eczema and has hyperpigmentation spots on her legs. On the right, she has this really big one, and on the left, she has multiple smaller ones. They're all here, it's just super hyperpigmented. That's left. But another one of our classmates, who's also my friend, kept talking about the spots. And he jokingly referred to them as a cow spot, or giraffe spots. And she heard us and got upset and told us to leave my legs out of your conversation. I get enough shit from strangers give their kids a disease. And my friend told her to mind her business. Well, I told her, if you don't want people talking about your legs, then cover them up. And one of her friends came to play knight in shining armor and said cover up and die of height stroke, because the only thing hotter here is the Bronx and no one's wearing sweats all the time.
Voila, what do we have, ladies? A fucking clown. We are a stupid bitch. We are a fucking clown. This is the final look, ladies.
Yes. Also, you're literally 8th grade. You're literally 13 years old. Am I the asshole for not wanting to be a part of my friend's wedding? I hate weddings. I find them a money sink for everyone involved, even the guests who they're asking for money off instead of gifts, BTW. and I find it a bit cringy. I can't sit through a ceremony where a couple can be pretentious for a day. They've taken it funny and not going. I told them I was busy, being nice, but they felt like I should make an effort for their day, and what pissed me off, them saying it's their day. Like, all of a sudden, your life is insignificant to theirs. Baby, nobody's saying that. Nobody is saying that. It's their day because, guess what? Come here. They're getting married. Do you think birthdays, if someone says, oh, it's my birthday, it's not your day. The world doesn't revolve around you. Am I the asshole for telling my son I was pregnant? I, 43 female, have a son, 19 male, and we have a very close relationship with one another. When he was growing up, his dad was very distant and he prioritized his work over his family. I was the one who was left to raise him. The older my son grew, the more distant he became, just like his father. When the pandemic hit, his father was home a lot more often, and suddenly I was excluded from everything within their lives. This caused a lot more tension between my husband and I. We decided we'd be better off separated. I could tell my son's side with his father, which I feel had led him to go as far as him uninviting me from his graduation. I was already struggling a lot with the divorce, and this just added salt to the wound. A couple weeks later, his father was in a fatal car accident that caused me to spiral. I spent the next few weeks in bed struggling with my depression. My friends planned a night for me to help me get better. This landed on the same day as my son's graduation, but I felt as if he didn't need me there already. The day after his graduation, he packed all his things. He was gone. I found out from his friend's family that he was staying with them. I made countless efforts to get in touch with him, and he abandoned every attempt. Wait, why is he mad at you? Anyways, I confronted his friend and begged him to convince his son to reconnect with me. I explained to him that I met someone new and wanted my son to be a part of our new family. His friend, however, was nothing but cold to me and acted as if he knew my son was better than me. I could see that the conversation wasn't getting anywhere, so I left. After that encounter, my mom went to my son and convinced him to at least attend the wedding. He had one condition, which was for his friend to attend as a +1 for his moral support. This did pain me that my son wouldn't think he would need moral support to see his own mother, but in the end I agreed, just desperate to see him. The day my wedding came, it was just good to see him and how much he's grown. One another. He spent the whole day with his arm practically around his friend. I don't think that's his friend. Yeah, anyways, they were constantly whispering each other's ear, which led people to coming at me and questioning their relationship. I'm not homophobic, but I find it disrespectful for them to act like this on my wedding day. Thank you. I asked my son if he would walk me down the aisle. He surprisingly agreed. As the bridal party was gathering, I took my son to the side and told him the exciting news that I was expecting. He didn't react in the way I envisioned. He completely blew up at me, calling me a shit mom, and threw everything I've done for him in his face. Then he left. The entire venue could hear. My family rushed to my side and comforted me. However, my mom berated me after my wedding, calling me an ass. I didn't really see what I did wrong, especially since he ruined my wedding. She's definitely the asshole, but definitely had horrible timing. Also, I mean, it can be hard to actually, yeah, there's a lot wrong. She was jealous her son was his father were close. You neglected your son who was mourning for his father. You missed the graduation to spend a day with your friends. You harassed his friends to get to your son. You moan at him having a friend for more support. If his friend is your boyfriend, who cares? He can act any way he wants. Yeah, I agree. That's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to post every Wednesday and Friday for summertime, and then school starts in August, and I'll post every single Friday from then on because, yeah, slay. I really want to do, like glow up video, because I've actually lost, 5 pounds in the last month, so, I want to do that. I don't know, should I? Anyways, but, yeah, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If I want me to do more of these, I will, because I'm amazing. Anyways, yeah, but, anyways, bye, later, losers.